talking with Arris about wireless, and the next kind of way that we're going to be getting online and experiencing wireless. And we are going to be joined today by Charles Chevers, who's the CTO of Arris. So we're just waiting for him to come on board.
Yeah, and I think for some people, you're going to hear a lot, or you're going to start to hear more about not only 5G, but when it comes to the home and Wi-Fi, you hear Wi-Fi 6, okay? And, we've just come from a world of dual band where you had 2.4 gigahertz, now 5G at 5 gigahertz. So now we're going to be moving into Wi-Fi 6, which is, going to help possibly eliminate, I don't know, this is one of the things we'll talk today about, was will it eliminate, the need for Wi-Fi extenders? Because Wi-Fi 6 supposedly gives you, it's a stronger signal, it can penetrate, and most importantly, it's also a more secure signal. So these are some of the things we're going to talk about today to kind of help you get a sense of, what do you need to know about Wi-Fi 6 and the connectivity now in your smart home, and what should I be thinking about, and should I go out and buy, a new modem, a new router or not?
Right.
And if so, what are some of the things we should talk about?
Yeah, and will it, in my smart home, is it going to make things more secure for me?
Right.
Is that going to have any impact on it? I know that's certainly something we read a lot about at GearBrain, is how to keep your data secure. It's extremely important today. Yeah,
so we're excited about this conversation. I think it could be very useful. It'll be helpful, especially with the holidays coming up, and wanting to improve or get a new Wi-Fi or a new router, or you think about switching your ISPs and you want to know what they have. This conversation is going to help you kind of learn a little bit more about some of the things that are going on. So be on the lookout for the configurator that'll be coming. It's going to be very helpful, especially if you're in the holiday, if you're in the stores and trying to buy somebody. And there's Charles.
There he is. If you got any questions as you're watching, put them in the comments below. We'll let Charles know. We'll ask him those questions as well. And if we can't get to them during this chat, you can also email us at info@gearbrain.com. We love getting questions, and we'll forward those over to Charles as well. Maybe he can help us with those at a later point, and we'll update this story. So welcome, Charles. Thank you for coming on board and talking with us today.
Hey, thanks for persevering with me.
We get it. We play with a lot of tech. Not everything works the first time.
This wasn't a Wi-Fi problem, though. I can assure you of that.
Excellent. All right, so we want to talk with you definitely about Wi-Fi 6. I think people certainly have heard a lot about 5G. They certainly have been hearing about all of these different kinds of networks with numbers attached to them. But we want to hear from you about what is Wi-Fi 6 and why should we even be paying attention to it? Is it something that's just going to happen in the background and I don't need to know about it, or is it something I need to be kind of know something about as a consumer?
Yeah, I think as a consumer, it's something you definitely need to know something about. As you pointed out, there's been an alphabet of a lot of numerology at the moment, shall we say? So Wi-Fi 6 is the renaming of Wi-Fi, the IEEE 802.11ax standard. So we've tried to take it away from the sort of technical acronyms to more of something that consumers are aware of. So consumers should see better performance as Wi-Fi 5 now changes to Wi-Fi 6 and we go forward to 7, 8, 9, 10 in the future. Wi-Fi 6 is the first real change in Wi-Fi for 20 years, though. It's redone the entire kind of the RF and modulation side of things, but it's also redone the MAC. So typically in the past, for example, Wi-Fi was a carrier sense multiple access type solution where you fire a packet in the air, you listen back, and if it's gotten through, you'll hear the ACK on it. If not, you retransmit again. And it worked for the time, but it was kind of inefficient. And other technologies like LTE and even DOCSIS, which is used on the cable plant, used different techniques to be able to schedule the packets more efficiently. So Wi-Fi 6 has taken that into account. It's also very cognizant of battery life in devices because we still use Wi-Fi, 70% of the time to connect to things, right? So the access point is now able to improve the battery life of Wi-Fi devices by putting them into a sleep and wake mode that's much more efficient. And again, it's along the lines of what the 5G guys are trying to do as well, to try and make massive IoT happen, better battery life on devices for both IoT and just general applications. But Wi-Fi 6 definitely is something consumers should be aware of. It's 25% more efficient today in a mixed kind of Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6 environment. But when your house is converted to all Wi-Fi 6, you'll have a 4 times improvement of performance and range, which is really what we're trying to get to.
So if I'm a consumer and I've got all of my, I've got my router, I've got all that stuff, do I need to run out right now and go buy something new? Is there something I need to do to take advantage of this, or is this just going to sort of happen for me?
Yeah, you're going to need new devices. The existing devices that most people have are Wi-Fi 5 capable, probably. There's still some older devices, Wi-Fi 4, 3, 2, 1. But majority of devices now are what we call 802.11ac or Wi-Fi 5. To use Wi-Fi 6, it's horse and cart, right? You need to get the horse first, which is the access point. So once you have a Wi-Fi 6 access point in your home, you'll be able to take advantage of that 25% immediate improvement, even if you have mixed devices. But as the new devices start to come out, we've already seen the Samsung Galaxy S10, I guess, and the Apple iPhone have all shown support now for Wi-Fi 6. So you'll see the Wi-Fi 6 clients start to come out, which can start to take some advantage of the Wi-Fi 6 access point, certainly getting the 25% boost immediately. But as more and more Wi-Fi 6 clients connect into your access point, the efficiency will go up to the point where eventually, when all your devices are connected on Wi-Fi 6, you'll get that 4 times improvement.
So these would be new devices. Like, for example, I've got an iPhone 10. Like, that's not going to be able to take advantage of Wi-Fi.
No.
It'd be newer devices coming out now.
Yeah, you will, but you will get advantage again if you put a new Wi-Fi 6 access point like one of our Surfboard Maxes. You'll get an immediate 25% improvement on Wi-Fi to that phone. You'll also get some range extension. So that's the key thing for consumers. Again, horse and cart, right? If you get that horse, you have more pulling power through the Wi-Fi airwaves for even your existing devices.
Okay.
But as the clients come out, then the clients will start to improve that efficiency of having less mixed Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 5 devices.
Okay, but by clients you mean those products that we go in the store?
Yeah, your MacBook there and all the devices that connect to the access point. So Arris CommScope is an access point company. So we're developing. We had the first Wi-Fi 6 meshing solution in retail, the Surfboard Max, right? It's designed to be put into your home today to take advantage of that immediate 25% improvement of range and efficiency on Wi-Fi 6. With the extension of the second Max in a mesh mode, we think we can get you gigabit speeds through 6,000 square feet, and obviously even larger homes at like 500 megabits. So wow. one Max, and you're good for a gigabit speed for 3,000 square feet too, and you get to 6,000 square feet.
So I think the most important question, though, I mean, I know every single person is going to think and is going to be concerned about is I put in a new, access point that works with Wi-Fi 6.
Yeah.
Are all of my old devices going to be able to connect to that, or am I going to start to lose things? Like, is something over here not going to start working?
So that's the beauty of the Wi-Fi solution, and what the nerdy guys who make the specs and develop the products. One of the requirements of Wi-Fi 6 was that it be backward compatible to Wi-Fi 5.4.3.2.
That's great.
So you get all those devices will work, but they'll work 25% better, as we said. I'm really going to confuse you now, because no sooner have we gotten Wi-Fi 6 out there when the industry is waiting for what we call 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi 6 to emerge. So it's another unfortunately numerology on this journey. But so you heard me talk about the immediate 25% efficiency, and then there's 4x improvement when devices are all Wi-Fi 6. But in the next couple of years, consumers will see a bump as well, because the FCC in the US are currently debating to open up an extra 1.2 gigahertz of spectrum for Wi-Fi use in the home, and Wi-Fi use generally, and that's like 4 times more than we have today in terms of spectrum. So that's going to be a transformational change for Wi-Fi in the next 2 years, again, even on top of the Wi-Fi 6 change.
Okay, we're losing so you gotta
sorry, that 6 gigahertz spectrum is only Wi-Fi 6 devices.
Okay.
So the magic of the 6 gigahertz introduction in the next kind of year and a half, 2 years, is that that spectrum can only be used by Wi-Fi 6 devices. So they'll immediately take advantage of the 4x improvement, even in a mixed environment.
Oh, great. Okay, so it'll be dedicated for it.
That's exactly. So dedicated lanes of really high speed Wi-Fi for new applications like VR and AR that will grow up on those. But in
Okay.
the meantime, Wi-Fi 6 today will get you that additional boost before the extra spectrum is available in a couple of years' time then.
Cool. So the other thing we've been hearing about Wi-Fi 6 is that you're going to be able to, or that the devices will sort of communicate with each other to schedule, like when they're going to be using the
Yeah,
device. And that's not something that I'm going to have to do as the consumer.
no.
I have to go on there and say, I want, my smart home speaker to be on at this time and my computer to be on this time. It's just going to sort of figure it out on its own. So how's that going to work?
Yeah, as we discussed, traditionally Wi-Fi has been collision based and then retry. So to run what we call deterministic services, or more high available services over Wi-Fi, was always a little bit problematic, right? Because collisions could take place and throw off timing. But with Wi-Fi 6, there's now what we call OFDM, OFDMA slots within. If you think of the sort of time division of the frequency, that you can actually now schedule a packet into like a train carriage, right? So this train is going along, so you
Yeah.
can guarantee booking a slot in one of the carriages to make sure that that packet gets there on time. And that particularly will be even more beneficial in the 6 gigahertz space, where the only devices in that spectrum will be Wi-Fi 6. So you can imagine a very, very deterministic connection then between two devices to allow new consumer applications like high-speed NAS backup, right? We have the ability now to do gaming on Wi-Fi, probably because gamers have always traditionally not wanted to use a Wi-Fi connection and hardline into a gaming console because they wanted that guaranteed latency.
Right.
So with schedule-based Wi-Fi, you can give gamers a tetherless solution, untethered solution, then basically to do stuff. And it'll also probably be something that a lot of the AR VR
I was going to say.
manufacturers will use as well, then, because of the latency improvements.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds perfect for that kind of environment with augmented reality and virtual reality.
Absolutely. I think in the home we're probably seeing two kind of wireless protocols and spectrums to use. One is obviously now Wi-Fi 6, and particularly 6 gigahertz for that clean spectrum and deterministic throughput to the AR or VR goggles. And then the second one is potentially millimeter wave, right? There's already a few companies out there that use the 60 gigahertz band for being able to do a direct connection to the VR headset. But actually the millimeter wave stuff or 60 gigahertz stuff is also Wi-Fi based. It's an 802.11 MAC, 802.11ay is the protocol. So we see the VR AR guys looking at using both Wi-Fi 6 gigahertz as a big new swath of spectrum to send those VR AR streams, and also potentially 802.11ay with 60 gigahertz is another kind of in-room technology. The millimeter wave stuff has coverage problems and attenuation with walls and so forth, right? So but it is a really good in-room spectrum to use, definitely.